morning after. Yeah, the morning after I dropped that video in the middle of the night showing how Errol the True Spence does the same thing when he gets hurt.
Blocked that right hand from Garcia.
Yeah, he did.
Spence is hurt. Spence is hurt. Oh my God, Spence.
But before we get into that, I do want to say congrats to Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields, you put on a fantastic performance last night. And I want to say this, you were going for the knockout. I think Claressa Shields has power. I do. I think she has a different kind of power. I think she has accumulative power. But the rounds are just too short. It's too many rounds. Let me tell you what I mean. How many knockouts do you think Errol the True Spence would have if there were 2-minute rounds? Errol Spence isn't a one-punch knockout artist. He's a volume puncher. See, he wears you out over time. At the 2-minute mark or at the minute and 30 seconds mark, Errol Spence is getting in his bag every round, and he's building on, his rhythm. If Errol Spence fought in 2-minute round fights, he'd have very little knockouts, and that's the Black Two Sugars. Now, speaking of Errol Spence, that's a great segue. I saw many of you Errol Spence fans in the comments saying, ShowBizz, he wasn't hurt. It was his teeth, and the mouthpiece, fell out, and all those things. That's just how he responds to it. Let me tell you guys something. Y'all sent me video of Errol Spence saying it to his woman, right? That he has insecurities about his teeth. He thought his teeth came out, so he was looking around and stuff like that. He was never hurt. Who are y'all talking to? Y'all preaching to the choir. I said that a year ago, right after the Ugas fight.
Here's my thing. He definitely got to get a new mouthpiece that fits. Okay. One, that old mouthpiece probably don't fit. He got new teeth. Not to be funny, not to be damn funny. This is real. Now it sounds funny, but this is real. Errol Spence got new teeth, bro. As soon as his mouthpiece, that's why he can't keep his mouthpiece in his mouth. As soon as that old ass mouthpiece flew out, his teeth were bleeding. He ain't got that kind of time. He just got those. Get your mouthpiece that fit for real. Work on it. Make sure it fits because your choppers are totally different now. And they're more fragile too. So try to keep that mouthpiece in your mouth.
And that's the Black Two Sugars. Let me tell you something, dude. Y'all in the comments as if I wasn't the one who broke down many times how Errol Spence wasn't hurt against Ugas. The punch that supposedly rocked Errol Spence earlier, I'm the one who gave an analysis, a breakdown of that video, showing that it was a push, not even a punch.
The right hand was on his shoulder, and he pushed him off. Let's look at it in slow motion again. Look, the right hand was already there. Then he pushed him with the right hand. If y'all can't see that, then you're just trying not. He did it again on his shoulder, the right hand on his shoulder, and he pushed him off. That right hand lands and he pushed him off. That right hand goes across. It ends up on Errol Spence's right shoulder, and he pushes him back. And Errol Spence, he looked wobbly there again because he was so busy trying to get back into the fight that when he take that step back, his knees bend. Look, it's same thing. That right hand is on the right shoulder of Errol Spence. He pushes him back. Errol Spence tried to stop immediately to go back into the fight. If you can't see that, then you're just trying not to see that.
So who are y'all talking to? What I'm saying is this. He's had 2 fights since the car accident. And that's Danny Swift Garcia and your Dennis Ugas. Both times, he was in a situation where he turned his back, all right? His mouthpiece was knocked out, and he turned his back. Now, was he hurt? He was definitely hurt once he turned his back, and he felt like, was falling back, and Ugas hit him.
Spence is hurt. Oh, my God, Spence.
He was hurt then, because when he came off the ropes, he was actually wobbling. But I'm saying, since the accident, he's fought twice, and the exact same thing happened. What I'm saying is, that can't happen against Terrence Crawford. He got hit with the right hand.
My goodness, what a sequence.
His mouthpiece flew out or what have you, and he turned around looking for it.
Spence is hurt.
If that happens with Terrence Crawford is jumping all over him like flies on shit. And Terrence Crawford is going to drop his ass.
Protect yourself at all times.
It seems to be instincts that Errol Spence does without even thinking about it. He has huge insecurities. I get it. I definitely get it. You don't want right after the fight, all your shit is missing, and it's embarrassing. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, because of those insecurities, his instincts, when he get hit, he's like, oh, did my teeth fall out? It happened with Danny Garcia. It happened with Ugas. And what I'm saying is, this is something you should look at. Because if Terrence Crawford thinks that he's buzzed, and Errol Spence does that thing where maybe he's not all the way buzzed, maybe he is. Though Errol Spence said that he wasn't buzzed, would you expect him to say that he was? And his mouthpiece falls out, and he does that move. It could be one. Terrence Crawford can jump at him with a leading hook. I want to say this too. If that short right hook was the thing that knocked out the mouthpiece of Errol the True Spence that gave him trouble, Terrence Crawford has that in his bag.
Goodness, what a sequence. Spence is hurt.
Beautiful right hand.
So that's another thing to look out for. Look, I'm not saying, I don't want everybody to get in their feelings here. I'm not saying Errol Spence is going to get knocked out. I'm not saying that I'm rooting for Terrence Crawford, or I'm saying, actually, y'all in the comments not even saying that. What I'm saying is what I said a year ago, the next day after the fight. I said this.
Y'all saying stop it, and that's not the way to approach any fight. If you are a real Errol Spence fan, you say, yep, and Errol Spence, please clean that up. So me as a fan can see you win the damn fight. It's not about being a fanboy your way to victory. It's about seeing the issues, seeing the flaws, and getting them corrected. If you're a real true Errol the True Spence fan like myself, you get a platform like this, you see those things, and you get it out there so Spence can correct it. So we can have a fight that can go past 4 or 5 rounds, regardless who wins. Because if you keep doing that, Terrence Crawford is going to sleep his ass. And that's the black 2 sugars.
ShowBizz, little adult. Listen, bro, we're just breaking the fight down, looking at habits, looking at things that you should look out for. And he showed that the 2 times after the accident. Terrence Crawford would be his 3rd fight after the accident. Now, hopefully he got all that fixed, the gum shield and everything. But that doesn't mean that he got this fixed. I'm out.